Hello everybody and welcome back to Ravenport. Now this is actually my live streaming save game, but today I'm going to be using it for just a standard video. What I need to do is build a green energy farm. This is going to include solar panels and also some wind turbines, and yes, I'll try not to crash the vehicles too much. So we have a skid steer loader just here, the pallet tines are just over here, and what I need to do is just basically load up a few different saplings. Well, I'm not going to be putting too many trees in because obviously they'll block the sun from the solar panels, but it's just to make it look a little bit better instead of just a great big open expanse filled with wind turbines and solar panels. So here we go. If I go onto this page, we can go onto the pallet section. Pallet of saplings, there we go. Probably just buy a couple. I don't need too many. There we go. And I have the low loader to just put them onto. Hopefully it's not going to fall off this pallet, so I'm really hoping it's going to just stay on there and it will make it to the field. Now the field which we're going to be going over to is actually field number 3, which is at the top of the map. I don't own it, but very soon we will own it. Yes, the money that we have is not ours, it's going to be going back over to the appropriate people once we have built the farm. So yeah, there's the first one. Next one is somewhere, probably where I got the skid steer from in the first place. There we go. For some reason it seems to be actually spawning inside the wheelbase of the Seed Hawk. It's interesting. Anyway, get it put on the trailer and we'll head over to the field. I can imagine the field costs around $300,000 as well. But that's good. The low loader has obviously enabled me to load up quite a few things to take over there in one go. And I do have a different New Holland tractor. Look at that. Metallic blue. Okay then, off we go. Beacons. Yes, the piece of land costs £295,000. There we go, or dollars as it should be. It's just because I have the currency set incorrectly. It is, like I say, the live streaming series, so usually I'm not really too worried about any kind of realism. It is just to have a good time. So this is going to be really good for the future. It's going to be bringing in money. The wind turbines and the solar panels bringing money every hour. So when I'm doing a live stream, we'll have money continually coming in to then spend on different machines, which will always be very nice to have. Everything seems to be staying put, nothing falling off. Now field number 3 actually does have all these little bushes like it does in this field here. So hopefully that's not going to be too much of a problem for when it comes to putting the solar panels in. Now to do this I'm going to be using the landscaping tool to be able to create a track between the panels and also the wind turbines for access, and also just to, well, landscape the land a bit to make it look a bit more interesting, as it is just currently a grass field. So I'm looking forward to this. It could be quite interesting by the end of it. I really don't know how many wind turbines I'm going to be putting up, but they do cost £500,000 each, so not exactly cheap. These are both mods because obviously FS19 does not have the renewable energy anymore. For some reason you can't make money out of the placeables, so it's very nice that a few creators have actually been able to convert it over and get it all to work in 19. Also, for anybody who is wondering about the Survivor series, it's going to be returning very soon, but obviously for today it is just going to be taking a very short break. I haven't really had the time to be able to put together a survival video. It does take a long time to do, so yeah, I just thought this would be a nice change. I've had quite a few people begging me to do a video on Ravenport, so here we go. This is my opportunity. We're going to do something creative. It's always fun to be creative. So I think actually field number 3 is over to the right. No? Well, it is kind of. It's sort of up ahead to the right. Just over the brow of this hill. This very small hill which you can barely see. There it is. Good, everything is still on board. Nothing has fallen off yet. I need to get over the train line. I didn't think of that one. I think the crossing is back over there. Still, like I said, it's going to be a creative episode. Yes. Here we are. So what I've just done is I have actually purchased this piece of land as well. We have loads of money to go at. So this can probably be the area for the wind turbines, and field number 3 can be the area for the solar panels. So plenty to be getting on with. I don't think we have to level the ground for this because obviously they're not really buildings, they are just objects. Although, yes, good foundations for a wind turbine probably wouldn't go amiss. It sounds like a good idea. But the trees are going to be done last. There's absolutely no rush for them because I need to make sure I know exactly where to put all of these placeables. So, yes, we'll just park up. And I'm going to jump into the landscaping tool. Here we go. So as you can see, that is not the field I want to be in. I have already lost it. Right, so the first job is to eradicate this crop. Seems a shame, but we're not really worried about the money for this, as we've been given the money anyway. So what I need to do first of all is change the landscaping mode to painting. I need to then change the ground type to grass. That should do nicely. And I think if we just make this a little bit bigger, and I suppose it wouldn't go amiss to change the shape. There we go. Although it does seem to be a different colour. Possibly it's because the grass hasn't actually grown yet. Yes, it looks like it is. So hopefully that's going to grow fairly soon. It's the world's fastest harvest of a crop, although I'm not actually getting the crop out of it. Just completely deleting it. I love the tool though. It really is a good tool. I think they couldn't really have not made the tool, because it is really required when it comes to the terraforming when placing a building. But this is just, I think, an extra really. It's lovely that you can actually paint the ground and change the leveling and stuff. My initial idea would be that they would just give you an option to smooth the ground off around buildings. So I think it's really good. Okay, so I think probably that is good enough. What I should do is change the landscaping tool back to sculpting, and I reckon if we just smooth off this mound just here, I could flatten, but I do worry that if I flatten it's going to make quite a mess. Okay, it's not really noticeable, but it has actually taken the cliff edge off. Doesn't matter too much anyway. Nice. So, I think a good idea would be to put the placeables in before I do anything else. First things first, we have the solar collector, which is £125,000 for one. The income is £150 per hour. Pretty good. And we do have a maintenance fee on that as well, £25 per day, so that's not too much of an issue. But when you times that by however many I'm going to do, it might become an issue. So, we have all the land to cover. I'll just begin. Loads to place, and there really is no limit except for the amount of money we have. So, yeah, if we run out of money, I've gone too far. I need to make sure we have enough money for the solar panels too, so yep, that should do. Now, I think these actually do rotate with the sun. They're very intelligent things, so hopefully if I just place it here, it will turn on its own. Wow, look at that. So we have quite a few. It should actually tell us in the store, I would have thought. No, it doesn't think we have any, I don't think. But anyway, we do. We have absolutely loads of these things, and this is quite impressive. The only thing we're lacking now is a track which runs up the centre of these. So if I put a painted gravel drive in between all the rows, that could look quite good. Also, for access and also lack of maintenance, you'd have to do any maintenance here, such as flailing around them. So once again, I think I'm going to use the square tool. It does seem to be a much better tool for creating a good track. Then I need to choose the correct ground type. I think gravel is probably going to be the best one. Now, how to keep this in a straight line, that is going to be trickier. I would say just... I suppose I could try and move forward like this, but then that might not work. Yeah, we need an undo tool. It's a fantastic addition to the game, but not being able to undo is quite frustrating. Obviously you can turn it back by using the original texture. but it just makes the job a little bit slower. I think what I might do is actually reduce the size of the painting tool. Not too far off. Okay. Maybe the square tool isn't the best for this job. Yeah, it looks a little bit more natural using the round tool. Take 3. Here we go. Definitely seems easier. Oh wow, that is so much easier. It's painting it almost for me. It probably doesn't look very good, but it should look better in first person. If I just have a very quick run over there. Or even better, a very quick drive over here. Why walk when you can drive? Ah yes, that's good. See, in third person view, it feels like it's a very narrow track, but in first person, it's perfectly wide enough. Just right, really. It's a bit messy. It does get a little bit messy up here, to admit. I suppose what I could have done is just turn the whole site to concrete, but it would be quite ugly. So I think just having the gravel track up the centre of them is going to be the best thing to do. So, yep, there we go. Only a few more to go. So there we go, the solar farm is done. All I need to do now is put the wind turbines up and some trees. Obviously I can't have the trees growing into the blades of the turbines because otherwise it would be, well, quite dangerous and counterproductive. So yeah, the solar's done. As you saw there, they were turning, so love that. Really good feature, which was in the previous version of Farming Simulator anyway, but yeah, good to have it in 19. Not standard though, which is a shame. But yeah, let's get these things placed. They have been put into the miscellaneous category instead of the placeable category. Not too sure why, but it doesn't really matter. I can't zoom out far enough to see the top of it either, so I'm not actually too sure which way it's facing. Not much chance of these trees reaching it anyway. Now, can I get away with putting them that close? Or are they going to clash? No, they're fine. So they're going to be facing that direction. Or I could actually guess and see where to put them, unless they do turn as well. They might turn on their own. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, that is definitely close enough. No closer. Put one here. And if I can rotate, put one over here as well. Might be a little bit too close. And over there. Good. Are they clashing? Yeah, I think they are. They're super close. Actually, no. They're offset, so they're not touching each other. They're further away than it looks, although they're overlapping, but not touching. Probably not a good idea. So if I remove that one there, we can move it forwards. I think these are okay. They should be alright. Get rid of that one. Okay, so time to place two more. This one's going to go right to the front. Hopefully it's okay. And this one's going to go in the middle. How are we doing? Yeah, this is a bit too close. One of those could do with being put backwards a bit. This one here. If I put that one about there, hopefully it's not too close to this one here. In fact, I replace them both. So there, and where can I put this one? Here? Yes, that's good. I probably could squeeze another one in behind that middle one, but it's... yeah, it's going to be a little bit too tight. So now I need to put some trees in. I don't think they're going to get tall enough to be a problem. Here is a tree. It's not fully grown, but it's still Yeah, nothing like the height of these things. They are huge. So if I just stick them around the outside, I could always cut them down when they're small anyway. We'd have to keep them here. It does seem like a strange idea putting trees in around wind turbines, but there you go. It's a green farm. We get to grow stuff as well. So yeah, I'm going to drive down one of these tracks which runs between the solar panels. I'm not too sure how many I've got. There's quite a few. If anybody wants to count them, you're welcome to, but it might be very difficult to see them all. Whoa, whoa. I seem to have tunnelled underneath the road. I better sort it out. Yep, I have actually tunnelled. Oh, there's the train. The driver will think it's very strange. Since they last drove past here, a massive solar farm and a wind turbine farm has appeared. Interesting. Now, what have I done here? There we go. If I just smooth that off. It's a little bit too raised up. Good. Happy with that. And a bit of grass just to fill in the gaps. Nice. So yeah, that is definitely the solar farm completed. One thing we definitely can't do is put trees around the solar farm, because otherwise the sun is going to just block the panels and it would be ridiculous. So it would just be a complete waste of time. But these things just seem so tall, these windmills, and I always call them wind turbines, but I know a lot of people do call them windmills. But yeah, whatever you want to call them, it seems like a waste of space to have just all of this land open. I suppose you could put solar panels in here as well. Could do. But I'm going to go for the more unusual approach. At least I think it's a more unusual approach. I'm not too sure. Maybe trees are planted between them. But we don't have many trees. It's just ready to try out the tree planter. Never used it before on 19. I'm sure it's very similar to 17. And also to use this lovely tractor, which looks like it might need a front weight. I'm going to plant them all nearer to the back of here, where we don't really have any wind turbines, any blades going around. Should look quite good. And yeah, when we come to cut them down again, we'll have wood chips or timber. I'll do it in a live stream. We'll definitely cover this. But I like it. I think this is a nice thing to be doing. This piece of land here was wasted land anyway, unless somebody was going to cut it for hay, or silage or grass or whatever. So it's just a good use of land. Okay, that's close enough. There we go. Yeah, so I'll just fill in this gap in the centre. Done. Yeah, so I was a little bit concerned that the shadow being cast from these trees will still reach the solar panels. I don't think it would be a massive problem. These things are a bigger problem. You can see it's actually casting a shade on, well, quite a few of these. But luckily the sun does turn, so it makes it okay. For most of the day, this is the open area, they are going to be in full sun. So, yep, shouldn't be a problem. Let's just see everything from above. There you go. We have a solar farm. Something which I didn't really expect to do, but I'm pleased I have done. I think it's very nice, and the money is going to come absolutely piling in. The money which we have currently is going to be disappearing. We only actually have about £300,000. Yeah, that's some kind of government money or some kind of environmental scheme, I'm not too sure. But we just have the money to basically put this together. So that's cost us a few £1 million. Was it like £20 million? Not too sure. Maybe a bit more. But I now do have a solar farm and a wind farm. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.